They said they were too small. They said that they were not good enough. But we brung them together. And with hard work, we made them rebels.
You might be smarter, your family might come from privilege, your daddy might own a company, but you will not outwork me. You will not outwork me. So I read a story. We're going to get into my message now because I think you're ready now. I read a story the other day. Young lady sent me, you know how people send stuff on the email, you ain't really, just that forward stuff. Like you be like, here go another kitty cat boy. You know, you see the cat, it's like, here go another one of them kitty cat forwards. You know what I'm saying? Like 1,000 of them come a day. All right? But I know this person. So I was like, and they know me. They know I'm busy. So they know I ain't got time for forwards. So I'm like, it must be sweet. So let me look at it. Then I will be honest. Even though the person has credibility with me, I'm going to tell y'all what really hit me. When I looked at it, it was only 2 paragraphs. I was like, I can do that. I can do that. Right? Because it was about 4 or 5. I wouldn't even read it. But I was like, I can read 2 paragraphs. I can do that. Right? So I start reading it. I want you to catch this. I start reading it. And so it was a story. I don't know where the story was, but they was on a mountain somewhere with a nice little river water or whatever. And there was a lady who they said she was out there. And some kind of way she found this jewel, and she had a little small lunch left, but when she found this jewel, she was pumped up, you know, it was like gold almost. It was a precious stone, and she was thinking in her mind like, ooh, when I get back, I can make millions off of this. Like she just kind of knew that this stone was precious. So out of nowhere, the story says it's like this beggar, this guy came and asked her, you know, could he have lunch or whatever. And so she was like, look, I ain't got a lot, but I got this sandwich, you can have it, right? So she gave my man the sandwich or whatever. And then he looked at her and saw the jewel and was like, yo, you know, I ain't got nothing to lose. So he asked her, can I get the little jewel boy? And she was like, yeah, you can have it. Now, this thing was precious. Like you could tell just by looking at it, like it was worth a whole lot. So she just gave it to my man. My man took it, he pumped up. He like, I'm broke. And the story said, you know how they paint the picture. I wasn't there, but the story said my man kind of sat down with the little jewel in his hand, and he was just thinking like, wow, I could buy a house. I could do this. I won't have to be homeless. I can get food. Like he was just going down the line of all the things he could do with this particular jewel. And he was like, as soon as I get back, I'm cashing it in. He didn't think about the lady. He's like, I'm gonna cash this thing in. I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be set for the rest of my life. Woo! He pumped. But the story says some kind of way, my man stopped and he started traveling back to the lady. And when he got back to the lady, he was like, you know what, ma'am? I've been really thinking and this jewel is like phenomenal, but I want to give it back to you. And she tripping like, what? You want to give it back? He was like, yeah, I want to give it back to you, but I want something from you in exchange for it. And she was like, well, this is worth millions. Like I don't have nothing that's as valuable as this is. He said, nope, I'm giving it back. But when I give it back, you got to promise me when I give it back, you give me some. So she's like, all right, cool. She took the jewel and she said, what do you want from me? And he said, what I want from you is whatever was inside of you that allowed you to get this to me. I'm going to take my time because I want to make sure you caught that. He said, I don't want what you gave me. I want whatever's in you that allowed you to be willing to get at to me.
It's one thing to talk about your destiny. It's one thing to talk about your destiny. It's one thing to dream about your destiny. It's one thing to look at your destiny. But it's another thing. It is another thing to make the decisions, to wake up when you know you're supposed to wake up. Listen to what I'm telling you. To write when you don't feel like writing that paper. To say no to that party that you know is not going to help you to make your dreams become a reality. Listen to me. No to sleep when you should be working out. Saying no to quitting when you still got 100 more shots to make. Saying no when your body said don't stop, but you put in 50 more push-ups. You can't just talk about it. You gotta be about it.
I'm asking you when you go out there from now on, I'm asking you to stop just trying to do what they tell you to do. coach tell you, Michael Jordan, first, always, they said Mike was always the first one, the last one. Jerry Rice was always the first one, the last one. I'm telling you, don't get from the C thing. And I dare you for one time in your career, I dare you to exhaust yourself. I dare you to leave every single thing on the field, one season, everything, walk off exhausted. Like Mike when he got 45 with the flu. He had the flu. Like for real, let's be honest. One of your players got the flu and they tell you I got the flu, I can't play. You're like, cool, I understand. We'll catch you next game. Mike was like, I got this, don't worry about it. But Mike, you got the flu. My flu is still better than your normal game, all right? Whatever your little game is, my flu gonna outdo your game, so I'm gonna play.
Now the big story here tonight concerning Michael Jordan's physical conditions. He is suffering from flu-like symptoms. His status is uncertain.
The bad news for the Bulls, the stomach virus that has hit Michael Jordan, and they wonder just how much, how long, and how hard he'll be able to go.
Demanded the ball. Back Michael. Open three. Yes! They lead it. 38 points for the Kings.
Stuck a dagger at him with a three.
Yes! A courageous, classic performance by the flu-ridden Michael Jordan.
Propelled by their victory, the Bulls would go on to win the championship in Game 6, and Michael Jordan had added perhaps the most amazing chapter to his playoff legend.
It's all about desire. You just got to come out here and do what you got to do. We wanted it real bad, you know, and me as a leader, I had to come out and do my best. Somehow I found the energy, just stay strong. I wanted it really bad.
I dare you to show up. Listen to me, I dare you to just say, you know what? I'm not gonna save nothing this year. I ain't gonna save nothing. This year, I'm everything I got, coach getting everything. Everything. Whatever they ask me to do, I'm doing that beyond. I'm leaving. When I leave this year, I ain't gonna have nothing left. And why do I say that? I'm a runner. I run long distance. Some days when I run, man, I go 6, 7, but when I finish, I'm not breathing hard. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. I just finished doing 6 miles, but I'm not breathing hard. Raise your hand. You know exactly what I'm talking about. No, raise your hand if you've ever experienced it. You've done what you're supposed to do, but at the end of the day, you're not really breathing real hard. Raise your hand. Mm-hmm. You put the workout in. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. You did your exercise, you did your reps, but you good. Tell me if you know a time when you ran so hard, you worked so hard, that you felt your chest. After you finished, you felt your heartbeat. Right? You ever worked so hard, you felt that blood, like you could taste blood, you worked so hard. Right? You sweating, and you knew when you finished, you had to sit down and get you something to drink because you knew you didn't have no more to give. Raise your hand if you had that experience too. I dare you. How many more games left? 130-something. 130-something games left? Okay, that's how many we got left, 130. Can I get the exact number? 120. Let me tell you, you ought to know exactly which games. You better be marking them off, counting them down like you in jail. You ask a guy in jail how many days he got left, trust me, he ain't gonna say, well, I'm not 100% sure. You ask a dude in jail, how many days you got left? 121 and a half a day. 2 hours left. My man counting them down. Why? Because he ready to get up out of there. This your life. You should know. So you say we got 100 and something left? This is what I'm asking you to do. However many you have left, I dare you. That second feeling when you giving everything you got and you ain't got no more, I dare you to give that every single game.
It's not a joke on a man. 15 years I got a dream, it's usually all that I say. Don't got a job, but I got pockets full of green, that's on me. I'm a producer, I know that's what I was set out to be. I'm a child, but my brain is thinking thoughts like a man. I can do this in my sleep, it's in the back of my head. I started years ago, don't ask me why I wanted to do this. Music my thing, and you can never consider me a rookie, cause I be spitting, I'm a winner in my mind, and I don't care what people think, because they know that I got rhymes, I ain't famous yet. Waiting on my time so I can find my inner mind and make $1 million seem like it's a dime. I like that. Do it by myself because that's all that I got. And when I make it, I'ma change it cause it needs to be stopped. You got a booth and got a crew and I respect what you do, but I'm twice as hard as you and yeah, my booth am I wrong. Better go take a knee cause I'm a king, I'm a beast. And I never mention the money, but my goal is great. And I'm man honest to admit that this is kind of a diss. And I'm dissing the people out there that's claiming that they're artists. That's me and you know I love them. I live up, ain't no one touch it. I'm golden yet I was chosen. This moment got me outgrowing the people I used to listen to. Nowadays I'm a solo dude. We can use what they dreaming, I know that I'ma make it come true. And I'm a winner in my mind and I don't care what people think, because they know that I got rhymes, I ain't famous yet. Waiting on my time Haven't made it yet, but I already know I'm the best. I'm never changing for a fan because I'm not like the rest. This is me and people know I'm the greatest. I'ma show it and I love it. Yeah, I want it, I'ma get it, I'm the ticket.
I'm not going to say the name, but you will only be that guy. You will only eat for free. You will only drive around and people screaming your name for 4 years if you don't get your stuff together. You the man now, but you ain't going to be the man forever. And the worst thing in life is not to be broke. The worst thing in life is to taste some success and then you got to go back to being a nobody. That's hard. I'm going to say it again because I want to make sure you catch it. It's one thing to be broke because you cool. Like we grew up, we was broke. I didn't know we was broke when I was a kid. I didn't know, right? We just doing honey sandwiches. I didn't know nothing was wrong with that. Now, you know what I'm saying? We just doing honey mayonnaise sandwiches. I didn't know nothing was wrong with that. We went to church tables. I didn't know nothing was wrong with that. But now that I'm successful, I see, oh, we didn't have options, right? And so I'm telling you that this, listen to me very closely. My sweetest commercial that MJ did, you know the commercial where, you know, Michael just talking about how he made the game look, he apologizes for making it look so easy.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
You're the only one doing what you're doing. You ain't the only one doing what you're doing. And there's some kid who didn't get to come here, and he pissed that he didn't get to come here. He thought he should be here too. And guess what he doing? While you in here listening to me, while you getting your shoes, while you getting your Michael Jordan gear, while you feeling like, yep, I made it, I'm one of the top 20, baby, there's some kid who didn't get to make it. And right now, he's trying to take your spot. Right now, he said, yep, he beat me to the Classic, but I get him in the NCAA. I get him next year. And if I don't get him in, I get him after that. And I see him in the pros, and I get him in. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So you got an opportunity, but you got to separate yourself.
Rebel Nation Basketball. We run as one.